Hi, welcome to this Saturna Sunrise Session series. We are doing functional fitness to make everyday activity easier. We're focusing on posture, overall conditioning, and increasing strength. So today's session, we're going to be using a resistance band, and I also have a mat handy for the end. So we're starting just with a movement warm-up, get the body moving, get the joints and the body ready for the strength training, the resistance work. So just starting with a nice long body, soft knee lengthening up through the spine. Bring the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in, lift the hands up from the navel. Turn the hands down, breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. Hands down by the sides, palms facing in. Breathing in through the nose again, lift the arms up to the sky. Palms open and forward, breathe out, reach down to the sides. Palms together, breathe in. Palms out, breathe out. In and out. Opposite way, keep the palms open, breathe in through the nose, come up. Palms together, come down through the front. In and out. One more. Moving from side to side, reaching up and across. Thinking about a nice long line from the tip of the toe to the top of the fingers. Good, and let's bring up the hammies. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep the chest open. I'm just lifting the legs side to side, kicking that butt. So if you've been doing these sunrise series, I'm really curious to know what's working for you, how you're feeling. If there's anything that you're not liking, I'd love to know. So please leave me a comment on the video on YouTube, and I get all those comments directly, and it'd be great to see what's going on, see how you're feeling. Let's double time it faster. Always thinking about posture, keeping the core tight. And then we're gonna go knees forward, hands up and down. Just lifting those knees up. It is a beautiful sunrise this morning. I don't know if you can see the purple, but more purple than I've seen in a while. Double knee, double knee. Two more. Then we're gonna take it into a 4 repeater. We go 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. 4, 3, 2, 1 more each side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2. Back to the hammies. Squeeze them up. Doesn't take much to get warmed up. Just get all that synovial fluid released into the joints. Get that oxygen traveling faster into the muscles. All the nutrients where they need to be. Let's take this into a circle. Coming around. And heels forward, hands to the side. Whew. gonna have music, but it wasn't working with the internet signal, so that's the speaker going off. Okay, a couple more, and then we're gonna go side to side. Press those arms out, tap the toes side to side. Let's bring in that Popeye arm, bring up the elbow, just holding the hands in the center, using the sides of the body, kick that elbow up, keeping those side toes going. Couple more, and then tango it out, side to side. I'm gonna slow it down. Last movement just to warm up. This one I'm really moving the neck, looking at the hands side to side. Woo. And slowing it down, side toes, nice and easy. And 2, 1, hands down, feet down, just the neck, side to side. Oh, feels good. Warmed up. And hold on one side. Release, come through. Hold on the second side. And release to neutral. Okay, we're gonna grab that band. Have a little sip of water if you like. So we are starting up in the shoulders this morning, band in hand. Joint health, so important. So these resistance movements, these trainings help us increase our joint health, improve range of motion. First exercise we're doing this morning, we're gonna start with that solid base. Nice strong stance, toes in line, soft knee, lengthen up through the upper body, tuck the pelvis under, so the tailbone's coming forward. At the same time, I'm contracting my abdominals, bringing those 2 points together, strengthening through, then lengthening up through the top of the body. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep the neck long and neutral. That band's gonna come up straight at shoulder height, holding it about shoulder width as well. I'm gonna keep it at that height, keep the core connected, and it's gonna come straight up to the sides and straight in. Breathing out and in. Total control, taking it nice and slow. Feeling the shoulder blades at the back as I pull to the chest, the shoulder blades squeeze together and then release. And that band is actually pressing against the chest line and then release back slowly. 2 more like this. And 2. Back to neutral. Pick a side, a diagonal side, and then we're gonna open up in that side, bottom and top arm, same speed, hitting the chest again with the band, slow back into original position. Breathing out, nice straight arm, and in. Keep the core connection, keep the belly button pulled in, the core contracted. One more. Back to center and back to neutral. We're gonna reset at neutral for 2. So straight open arms and close. Again, breathing out and in. Second diagonal. Getting ready and opening, same speed, touch the chest with the band, control the back. Breathing out and in. One more. back to center, and last 2 at neutral for 1 and 2. Release back in, arms down, give them a shake. So we've got the shoulders fired up, feeling that into the upper arm, right down the deltoid there. We're gonna go into the front of the shoulder and the pectoral with our pectoral punch. So gonna take that band around the back, underneath the armpits. Nice big muscle group so you can grab nice and close to the armpit. Give yourself lots of good resistance here. And we're gonna come down into that squat position. So nice, easy, shallow squat. Feet are about shoulder distance. I'm keeping the weight in the heel, so lift the toes up, make sure that you're feeling that difference. And then keeping that nice straight knee pretty close to over the ankle. So I'm gonna hold this nice squat position. I'm gonna keep the core connected, and here we go. We're gonna punch out and in. One more with the squat. And then bring it up into a nice soft knee, and we're gonna alternate here. So one side and the next. When you're doing alternating sides in exercise, your core is working double time, keeping that solid balance through the body. So keep that core connection, single arm extensions. Find the breathing. One more. Good. Back to center, and then we're coming back into that squat position. Hold the core in. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Double arms. Here we go for 4. And 1. Bring it back up. Nice soft knee. Keep that tailbone tucked in. Alternating sides. Last one. Good. One more round. Bring it back down into that squat. Find the weight in the heel. Lengthen up through the upper body. Keep the tailbone tucked in. And here we go for 4. Last one. Good. Bring it back up. Soft knee. Last singles. Core strong. Don't let the body rotate. Keep nice and steady. Nice full extension with the arm. Getting the tricep involved right at that end position when your arm's straight. Last 2 and 1. Good. Release the band. We have one more in this first set. We're going to go to a straight arm abduction. So I'm going to take the band in one hand and stand a little bit further than halfway on the band, because it's a gentle shoulder exercise. We want to make sure that we're not overexerting the shoulder, that we're moving it in a very purposeful way. So keep that nice soft knee, keep the core connection, band in hand, and I'm just going to come straight up to the side. I've got a nice soft knee, core is connected, and just up to shoulder height. Palm is facing down the whole time. Keeping the neck long. Just one more on this side. Back down. Take note of where you're standing so that you can have good, equal resistance on the second side. Finding that spot. Keeping the core strong, lengthening up through the upper body, and here we go for 10. Just shoulder height. Last one. Good, release down, release the band. Let's go down to the lower body for a bit here. We'll come back for another round of those first exercises. So we're gonna stick with that squat position first. Finding your good squat position. I gotta find some good level ground here. Finding the weight in the heels. And here we go, we're gonna breathe in, stick the tailbone out, keep the upper body vertical, pressing those heels, come up, breathe out. Breathing in. Only coming down as far as comfortable for you at this point. Nice and controlled, breathing in and out. In and out. Taking the time to really squeeze at the top, press the pelvis forward, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs. Got the hip, knee, and ankle joints working here. The most complete lower body workout, a squat. Last one. Okay, let's come back up with the band. Shoulder height, about shoulder width. Soft knee, tailbone tucked in, core contracted. And here we go, breathing out and in. Feeling the shoulder blades squeeze together and release. 2 more. Good, release back to neutral, pick a vertical side. Here we go, nice and even with the speed. And in, breathing out and in. Last one. Back to neutral, reset for 2. Come back in, second side, here we go for 6. Last one. Good, back to center. Last 2 at neutral. Here we go. Squeeze the shoulder blades and release again. And release. Good. Shake them out. Ooh, coming back to that pectoral punch. Band behind the back, underneath the arms. Going to give you a side view this time. So coming down, we're going to start with that squat again. Sitting back into the squat, keep the upper body vertical, keep the chest open, and we're going forward for 4. Last one. Good, bring it back up to standing, nice soft knee, alternating sides. Strong core, keeping the body steady. Last one there, bring it back down into the squat, keep the tailbone tucked in, keep the core strong, straight forward for 4. And 1, bring it back in, nice soft knee, coming back up tall, and 10. Alternating sides. Last one. One more round. Bring it back down into that squat, weight in the heel, and double for 4. Good. Bring it back up again. Last time. Single sides. Here we go. Last one. Good. Release the band. Finishing with those shoulder abductions, straight arm. Starting on the opposite side for me. Oh, yeah, I think this is my opposite side. Okay, keeping that palm facing down, keeping the tailbone tucked in, core connected, long up top, straight up the side of the body, shoulder height, and back down with control. Breathing out and in. Two more. Bring it back down. Take note of your level there, where you're standing on the band. Trying to find equal resistance for that second side. Coming over to the second foot. Find your positioning. Keep the strong core, and here we go. Straight out and down. Just to hold shoulder height. Two more. Very nice. Release that last one. We are done with the standing band exercises. We're going to move on to the mat. I'm going to give you some choice here though, because we're going to be working the glutes with a bent knee leg lift. But some people, the mat is not for them, or being on your knees on the mat is not comfortable or okay at some points. So, and I'll give you the first option. We're going to be going down for 1 minute on each side for if you can be on your hands and knees. Option 2, I suggest having a chair or a counter for balance, and it's very similar to the abduction, the side leg lifts that we do, but it's going to be a back straight leg lift. So keeping your body up straight, probably having something for support. You're going to have your single leg straight back, foot stays neutral, toes stay pointed forward, and you're just coming back and in, back and in. Nice straight leg, using the glute for the movement. So for those of you that are going to come down on the mat, you're going to come down onto all fours. Make sure that your knees are directly under your hips. Your hands come directly under your shoulders. Pull the belly button in, either standing or on your all fours. Keep the core strong. And I'm going to time 1 minute each side, starting now. So I'm coming, oh, didn't like that. There we go. Coming up and down. So for the bent leg lift, keep that bend in the leg, nice and controlled. Especially on the way down. Don't let just gravity pull it down. You're gonna control the leg in and breathe out on the way up, in on the way down. Coming down on the first side, that's the first minute. Switching over for the second side and getting right into it. Second leg, all the way up, all the way down. Keep the core tight, belly button pulled in. Nice steady speed. Feeling the glute doing the work. And that's the end of the second leg. We're gonna add in just a very few push-ups, the other really functional movement without needing equipment. So a couple options here as well. If you're standing, then you can do a wall push-up. The further you stand away from the wall, the more resistance you're gonna have. So on the wall, you're gonna have your hands at shoulder height and about shoulder width. And when you come in, the elbows come out at a 45-degree angle. So you're not up here, you're not down here, you're down there. Push out, push in. Same thing down on the mat. So a couple options here as well. We're gonna be on the knees or up on the toes. I'm gonna stick with the knees this morning. So I'm gonna keep my feet up off the mat, knees on the mat, nice straight line with the butt. Make sure that you're in one line, you're not drooping down or sticking the bum out. Keep it nice and flat. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, and we're just gonna go for 8 in that 45-degree angle. 8. 2 more. Good, bring it up. We're gonna sit back into the shell stretch. If you're standing, use a counter just to hold on to with your hands as you pull your tailbone back. Seated or on the mat here, we're gonna have the toes come together, the knees beat out, the arms stay long. Let the head come down to the mat. Breathe here. And releasing, just nice lengthening through the spine. We're gonna add in 2 core exercises this morning, and that'll take us right into the stretch. So coming down onto your back on the mat. Most important when we're working the core is that flat back. So we're making sure that there's no gap in between the lower back and the mat. We're gonna tilt the pelvis forward just like we're standing in the exercises. Flatten the lower back right against the mat. Keep everything stable here. We're gonna start with a bicycle crunch. So I'm gonna bring the legs up tabletop and we're gonna alternate sides. Elbow to knee. Keeping it nice and controlled. Extending that back second leg. Almost there. Last 4, and 2, and 1. Good. Release the head back down. Keep the back flat. We're gonna go into that tabletop position again. So legs come up, back stays flat. From here, we're gonna lift the arms up. This is our dead bug. We're gonna alternate opposite hand, opposite foot, down to the ground, and pull it back in. Breathing in and out on the way up. Keep the legs over top of the hips, making sure the knees don't come in or out. We're gonna keep them right on top of the hips. Which side was I on? Here we go. Head and neck stay nice and grounded. No strain through the neck here. And this is an excellent abdominal workout. Really focusing on keeping that back flat though. If you feel like the back is starting to lift from the mat, I want you to not go down as far with the feet. Just as far as you have no tension in the lower back. And it's all about pulling it back in. Breathing out, squeeze it back in. That's the work. We're almost there. 6 more to go. Last 2. And 1. Very nice. Grab those knees behind the kneecaps. Pull them into the body. Let the lower back relax here. Gonna let one leg go straight down to the ground. Take the other knee at hip height across the body. Nice and gentle, looking to stretch into that IT band outer hip. Come back to neutral, switch sides. That leg down, other leg up to hip height. Just gently across the body. And release back to center. Now if you have your band, we're gonna grab that band again. We're gonna use it for a full back leg stretch. So finding that positioning again on your back, nice and comfortable with a nice straight spine. I'm gonna double up my band here and I'm gonna take it around the foot, lift the foot up, holding onto that band, letting the foot flex in. Nice straight leg, pressing the knee back into a straight leg, and then just pulling that leg forward. You can lower the other leg to even add to it here, and just breathe. Release the first leg, let the band go, switch sides, put the band around the second foot, lengthen up through that leg, drop the other leg down, straighten that top leg out, flex the foot in, and hold and breathe. Release the second side. Rolling onto one side. Grab the top foot. Push the pelvis forward here as we stretch through the quadricep. Oh, that feels good. Second side, rolling right over. Grab that top foot. Keep the knees in line. Press the pelvis forward. Releasing the second foot, come onto your stomach. Give the hips a few back and forth rolls. Line everything up in that spine, and then use the elbows here to pull away from the pelvis, stretching right through the abdominals and most importantly, extending through the spine. We spend a lot of time in a forward pose and being able to do any positioning and time in this opposite position, extension. It's so good for back health, for spine health. Breathe here. Keep the neck long, crown of the head lifting towards the sky. And releasing from there, I'm just gonna come onto the side and just sit right up. So finding a spot on the mat, either sitting or you can stand. We're just gonna move into the upper body. A few more stretches for this morning, today, wherever it is in your day. Lengthening up through the upper body, just a couple breaths first. Taking the hands behind the back, pull them down to the ground first, keep the chin level, and then lift up behind. Interlaced fingers, stretching through the front of the shoulder. Come back down towards the mat, reach up for the elbows, grab onto the elbows, pull the elbows directly down the back, stretching into the middle of the shoulder. Pecker. Release for a moment, just alternate the arms to the opposite, forearms on the inside, and just give them one more nice pull right down the back. Think about pulling into the shoulders, stretching into the shoulders. Release, long straight arm across the front of the body, pull the arm in, right into the back of the shoulder now. And second side, release, swing the second arm across. Nice gentle, nice easy stretch here, just relaxing the shoulder into it. Release, meet the hands at front, shoulder height, come out to the sides with the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, let the chest come forward. Hold here. Breathe here. release the arms down to the side. Let's alternate shoulder rolls back. And then forward. One more. Good. Come up right into the neck, lengthening up through the neck and the ear down to the shoulder. Hold here, reach across the opposite shoulder, and nice gentle tug, stretching more deeply into the trapezius area. Release, lengthen through the center, come down to the second side. Find that stretch, and then reach across second shoulder and gentle tug. Release back through center, chin down to the chest. Take a nice deep breath here. And then lift up through the neck, chin to sky. And coming back to neutral. That is our session for the day. Keep fit, keep moving, have fun. See you next time.